The 7 levels of hell in Islam. Who goes where and why? Have you ever heard of Jahannam? It's not just one blazing pit of fire in Islam. Hell has 7 terrifying levels, each more intense than the last. But what are they really like? Who ends up in each one? And more importantly, how can we stay far, far away from them? Don't worry. This isn't some doom and gloom lecture that we're keeping it simple, engaging, and eye-opening.so buckle up, because today we're diving deep into the 7 levels of hell in Islam. Level 1. Jahannam. Let's start with Jahannam, that you've probably heard the name. It's the most well-known and the least severe level of hell, but make no mistake, even this level is unimaginably painful. The fire here burns not just skin and bone, but even the soul. Yet, this level is temporary for some. These are people who believed in Allah but committed major sins or neglected their duties that they'll suffer, but may be purified and eventually enter paradise through Allah's mercy. So yes, it's terrifying. But it's also a reminder of justice and hope. Level 2. Lazaith's second level is Laza, the blazing flame. The name itself comes from the Arabic word for a burning, roaring fire. This isn't just any fire. It's described as alive. It calls out to those destined for it, dragging them in. Its flames peel away skin, which then regenerates, only to be burned again and again. Who ends up here? Those who rejected Allah knowingly, not out of ignorance, but out of pride. People who saw the truth but turned away arrogantly. Here, the fire burns away not just their bodies, but their egos, pride, and false power. Level 3. Next, we descend to soccer, the level where hope begins to fade. When the people here are asked, "What brought you to soccer?" they reply, "We didn't pray. We didn't feed the poor. We indulged in sin. We rejected the truth." The punishment here is constant. They're not fully alive, not fully dead. There's no water, no wind, no break, just flames, regret, and the sound of eternal sorrow. This level is for those who ignored responsibilities, even when they knew the consequences. Level 4. Now we reach Al-Hatama, the crusher, and the name says it all. This fire doesn't just burn, it crushes. It starts from within, consuming the heart. The Quran describes it as a fire that rises from the chests, from greed, arrogance, and corruption. This level is for those who worshipped wealth, power, and status, completely ignoring justice and mercy. They had chances to change, but they chose greed. Now, all that status? Gone. All that wealth? Useless. Only regret remains, crushed under the weight of their own choices. Level 5. Al-Jahim. Welcome to Al-Jahim, the roaring flame. This level is for the arrogant elite, those who thought they were too smart, too powerful, or too important to obey Allah. Flames in Al-Jahim don't just burn, they drag people deeper. Cries go unanswered, screams go ignored. These are people who knew the truth, but refused it. They chose ego over faith, and now face the full consequence. This isn't about ignorance, it's about defiance. Level 6. Asr. Level 6 is Asr, the kindled fire. That it's for the worst of oppressors, not just those who sinned, but those who spread corruption, led others astray, and caused harm on a large scale. The punishment here is endless, both physical and psychological. They relive their crimes on loop, again and again. No paused, no rest, no forgetting. The air suffocates. The pain never fades. They destroyed others in life. Now they face destruction without end. Level 7. Al-Hawiyah 7 to 8:15. And finally we reach Al-Hawiyah, the great abyss, the deepest, darkest, and most terrifying level of all. This is the home of the worst, the hypocrites, those who pretended to believe, but secretly worked against the truth. They manipulated, deceived, and led others into darkness. Their punishment? Not just fire, but a never-ending fall into a bottomless pit. No light, Noend, no relief. Just an eternal realization that they'll never escape. So Jahannam isn't just hell. It's a layered, structured reminder of accountability, justice, and truth. But here's what's even more important. Allah's mercy is greater than His wrath. The Quran reminds us over and over, no matter how far we fall, the doors of forgiveness are always open, until the very last breath. So what can we do? Stay connected to Salah, be kind, and just keep learning, and seeking truth, and most of all, ask Allah for guidance, because the truth is, learning about hell isn't meant to scare us into despair, that it's to wake us up and push us toward a better, brighter path. That if you found this video eye-opening, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next journey into the deeper truths of Islam.